Good afternoon, Bob Dalton coming to you from Allendale's trading floor here in McHenry, Illinois. It is Monday, August 15th, 2011. We had an exciting night session seen in the overnights here where corn went up and tested its contract highs at 7.22 and 3/4 December contract. We finished up the night at 7.19 off of those highs a little bit, opened up strong and actually ran up, probably took out some stops above that 22 and 3/4 number, ran up to 24 1/4. And when the day was all said and done, we closed and settled at 7.20. That was up 5.5 on the day. That is the highest December corn close ever. So 7.20 is where corn settled up here today. Soybeans also enjoyed a higher day. We were up 16.5 when it was all said and done. 13.51 1/4. Still trading in that range between $13 and $14 November soybeans. Wheat today up 9 1/4 at 7.41 1/2. Reason being, for the grains being higher, we did get some rain across the belt this weekend, but some areas were neglected that rain. Parts of Iowa, central Illinois, southern Indiana, where rain is required and necessary right now for soybean and corn production. The analysts out there are saying, some of those areas didn't get it, that they could be friendly, and that's the direction the trade took it here today. Corn did have trouble holding on to its gains. As midday in the session, we were only up about 2 points. So we ended up putting 3.5 more on before the day was over, but there was a time there where it looked like corn might have slipped and gone lower. All the while, you had crude very strong today, up 231. We're trading at 87.69 right now. And the dollar was down big today, too, down 81.5 at 73.92.90. So the outside markets were favorable for higher grain prices here today. The higher grain prices, you would think, would have stabilized some of the livestock markets, specifically fat cattle. Fat cattle pulling back a little bit here today in the more deferred contracts off the anticipation that we may see some higher placement numbers come on the cattle on feed report this Friday. Nearby contract was unchanged when the day was over, 117.90, but again, those deferred contracts did see some significant liquidation here today. And when I say deferred, I'm talking October, Dece, on out into early 2012. Feeder cattle were down 20 cents, 135.65. And we had hogs up 50 cents in October at 89.97 1/2. And that's going to just about wrap it up for today's news. I did have one client, I'll touch on this real quick, call me up and say he had heard something about an E. coli scare and a recall on beef. After talking with Rich Nelson about that, it turns out there were 60,000 pounds of beef recalled, which is a non-issue. 60,000 is nothing. If it was 120 million pounds, then we'd have another issue. But there was a small story out there about some tainted beef. Nothing that will move the markets, though. If you have any further questions or want to talk to us about strategies, feel free to give us a call. Phone number here is 800-262-7538, or you can visit us on the website, www.allendale-inc.com. My name again is Bob Dalton. Thanks again for tuning in this week, and we'll talk to you again very soon.